and welcome to another edition of the Rescue Rundown here at the Oklahoman's Video Studios. I'm Dave Morris. It is downtown Oklahoma City. You can see the glare in the background as Christmas lights, holiday lights, if you will, are being strewn, strung, put up, installed, whatever the appropriate word is, outside our building this morning. Abby Wolf from the Central Oklahoma Humane Society joins us as always. There's Taryn back there with the camera. Hi, Taryn.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Abby, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Doing well, doing well.
I'm a little sleepy. Are you a little sleepy?
Well, that was a late night in America last night, right?
It was. Yes, it was.
Well, this morning, as always, you bring in a guest and a new friend who's also an old friend.
That's right. So you know Prim, and everybody at the Oklahoman knows Prim because she was a special case for Rita's Angel Fund who was born without eyeballs and eyelids. And so we actually did a really big campaign to raise money to help her and her siblings get the best eyesight possible and live the best life. And we're happy to report that she, not only has she grown up, look at how big she is now, not only has she grown up, but she also has a wonderful home that loves her very much. She lives a full, happy life, and we're so pleased that this is such a great Rita's Angel Fund happy tale.
All right, let's back up just a second. Eyelid kittens, I believe, was what we spoke about on that segment.
Right.
What are those?
So they were born without eyelids, and some of them without proper eyeballs.
You're just tugging on the heartstrings this week.
I know. You know, sometimes animal welfare is fun and cuddles and puppies and kittens, but sometimes it can be a little tough. And this week is one of those weeks for us. Just like the week when we got her siblings and her in, it's been a tough week for Rita's Angel Fund. And so we have 4 pretty severe cases that really, I think, need to be brought to the public's attention so that they know the other side of animal welfare.
And Abby, you did a good job. You forwarded that link to me, which can be found at okhumane.org, a blog post talking about the special cases that you have, or at least highlighting 4 special cases.
Exactly, yeah. The first case is Honey, and I think we might have touched on Honey before, but Honey is wonderful. We named her Honey because she's so sweet. There she is, gorgeous. So she is a German Shepherd who was hit by a car, left for dead, and has severe pelvis and hip problems now. She's undergoing surgery actually next week to fix those hips. She's been on strict bed rest because our vets don't feel and our surgeons don't feel like her hips could even undergo a surgery and in the state that she was when she came to us.
Wasn't her story that she had to heal a little bit before the surgery,
Yes.
and so that's still the process?
Yes, so she had so many severe fractures in her bones surrounding her hips that they didn't even feel confident that they could repair her hips without those fractures gaining a little bit more strength. So she's almost ready, she's almost there, and we wouldn't have been able to give her this surgery had folks not given to the Rita's Angel Fund.
Which is a good segue into reminding us about the Rita's Angel Fund, how
Yes.
people can contribute to that, and really the need that it fulfills for you guys.
I can't tell you how important Rita's Angel Fund is to us. We pull animals from shelters that are in risk of euthanasia every day, but there are a special number of pets that are there for reasons like they've been hit by a car or they have a skin infection. And those small reasons, those little things, heartworms, for goodness sakes, is something so easy to treat, but would otherwise lead a dog or cat to be euthanized in our local shelters. So Rita's Angel Fund allows us to save those animals, give them that extra vet care, and then find them a great home.
Well, in the case of Honey hit by a car, we're talking extensive surgery, which means money.
Yes, you know,
Or expenses.
Anybody who owns a cat or a dog knows vet care can be pretty expensive, and so things like surgeries and different things like that. We have an ACL right now, an ACL tear on Rita's Angel Fund. So these things are not cheap, and we appreciate everybody who gives money to the Rita's Angel Fund because literally every donation, whether it's $5 or $500, saves a life.
You mentioned skin condition, and that's another of your special cases.
Yes, so we have the worst skin condition we have ever seen in our history. We've been going at this a while now, and our vet says she has never seen anything like Cora. There she is there.
Jeez.
It's kind of tough to see. Cora is severely malnourished. She's covered in the most severe case of mange and skin infection we have ever seen.
How does this happen?
You know, mange starts in your immune system. So when you've been exposed to the elements or you have been malnourished for so long, mange can really take over because your immune system is weak. Every dog actually has mange on them already. It's just muted by your immune system.
So something triggers it.
Exactly, and most of the time that is a stressful event or being left outside or, you know, whatever the case may be, malnourishment can really lead to mange. But that poor girl We did not know if she was going to make it in her first 48 hours, and luckily she pulled through. We see her tail wagging now while she's still in pain. She's making progress, and I can't tell you how excited we are to see that.
Her prognosis?
Her prognosis is pretty good. We still have a little ways to go in her trusting humans again. Obviously, she's been through something. When she came to us, she had bite marks all over her body. We think that was because she was probably an easy target for whatever was outside when she was astray. So she has a ways to go, and it's probably going to be several months before she's ready for adoption, but boy, I can't even tell you how happy our staff is to know that she pulled through this.
The fur is flying here on the rescue rundown.
Yes.
as Abby is holding Prim here. This cat is just shedding like crazy.
She is not. She's not feeling the limelight very much.
But back on a serious tone, you mentioned an animal with a gunshot wound.
Yes, so we don't see these very often, but when we do, we have a lot of questions because this gunshot wound wasn't like most gunshot wounds we have seen. It was actually a ricochet that had bounced off of something, hit the dog. The dog is the sweetest dog you've ever met. He loves to jump up on people, and we're trying to convince him not to do that at this point. But animal welfare actually removed the bullet from under his skin, and he's on the recovery. He's actually the one probably with the best prognosis at this point in time because he is on the rebound.
Good-looking dog.
Oh, absolutely, and so kind and friendly. Loves to jump up on people. We're working on that. But he will be available for adoption probably first out of everybody that we're talking about today.
All right, and we have one more case to talk about.
Yes, so we have a Boston Terrier who came to us. We didn't really notice at first that he was walking on the top of his paw, which is a telltale sign that maybe he's been through something with that leg and it had healed wrong. So this little spazzy guy, I mean, he has so much energy. It's infectious to be around him. He had been with this injury or this trauma to his leg for so long that the leg was basically just not savable. It had grown with infection. It had become just ineffective. And so the best thing for his quality of life would be to remove that leg. We actually did that last week, and I have to tell you, he is still his bouncy, happy self. And the 3 legs aren't slowing him down.
So he's still getting
at all. Oh yeah, he is just fine and happy as can be.
Available for adoption or a little bit
very
longer?
soon,
Okay,
I think. Yeah, he's going to be on the mend for a little bit while his stitches repair and he adjusts to his new life, but I think he'll be available for adoption very soon.
And you can find out more information about that at their website, okhumane.org. Fantastic stories, Rita's Angels Fund. There's more information that can be found there as well, correct?
That's right. It's at okhumane.org/Ritas. If you want to learn more about just all the cases we've been able to take on because of help from that fund, it's just a lifesaver. So if you can give $5 or $500, it's a life saved.
In the meantime, it's a cloud of fur up here.
We're going to be sneezing for days, I think.
Break out the dust buster here in a second. But back to Prim. Prim's okay.
Oh,
How much can Prim see?
Prim, we think she can see about 10%. We saw her kind of try to play with the paper earlier. I think it's because it's easy for her to see shapes and colors, but not necessarily details in those. But she only has one eye, and it's about 10% functioning. So She's listening to me talk right now.
And she had siblings, right? Are
She
they
does.
all adopted out?
Everybody found a great home. Everybody's being well taken care of. She was the most visually the worst one visually, I guess you can say, but she actually is adjusting very well to her non-sight life, if you will.
And for the past month, we've talked about the explosion of cats you've had over there. How's
Yes,
that going? How's
it's
the
going.
inventory?
We still have lots of cats, but we're slowly chipping away at those adoptions. I think yesterday we did quite a few adoptions, which is great to hear, but we still need more help. We are full of cats, and we're going to be full for a little while, I think, while we adjust to the new seasons and birthing patterns in Oklahoma. So if you are looking for a cat, it's a perfect time.
So to speak.
Perfect,
All right,
get it?
Abby, as always, thanks for the stories that you're telling and then the help that you're providing for the cats and dogs in the community. Great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for helping us spread the word.
More Rescue Rundown on their website, okhumane.org and newsok.com.